Y'all, this is David with Hill Homestead. Thought I'd walk y'all around this morning and show you a little bit about our farm, what all we got going on. So first, we'll come over here. This is our chicken coop. We've got this is our egg layer group right here. A pretty good variety of egg layer chickens. Got some barred rock, some buff, golden comets, some leghorns. There's Polish, some whiting true blues. That's pretty much our egg layers. I'll take you around and show you our meat birds. We've got our meat birds up here on a tractor. Chicken tractors, kind of like Joel Salatin. Turn y'all around here. We're doing each one of these tractors can hold about 20 birds. Right now we got 4 to 5 chickens in there, just to kind of keep them spread out a little bit. But that's those are Cornish cross chickens. They'll be ready in about 8 weeks total. All right, I'll show you the future of our meat chickens. Instead of giving $2 to $3 a bird, we're going to attempt to invest a little bit to raise our own. So I'll take you in here and show you. This is our feed room. Right here, there's 2 different types of chicken in there. We have Indian game hens, which is your little brown speckled ones. And we have White Rocks, is your little white chickens right there. So we're going to attempt to cross these and create that Cornish cross you see outside. I've heard a couple different things about it's like you have to breed them a couple generations to get that meat chicken. So we're willing to experiment with it and see what we get. So hopefully we can start raising our own meat chickens and not have to give $3 a bird. All right, right here, let's show you our cow operation. This cow right here, this is 290. He's about 2.5 years old, and today's his last ride. He's going to the butcher shop today. He's been a good baby. I'm needing to get some. I don't have a whole lot of pasture. Probably altogether I maybe have 3 acres of pasture, and I've got 4 cows. So it's not hardly enough. I'm also trying to do the Joel Salatin rotation, or the high intensity grazing. Now this field right here, you can see those rips in the field. Right in here, you see those rips. I'm trying to do a deep soil ripping. So as the water washes down the hill, it just fills each trench up, and that water goes deeper in the ground and stays there longer than just washing straight down the hill. So hopefully, we haven't had a rain since I did this, so hopefully we get a little bit of rain today and we'll get to see how this works. So, all right, here's a take you over here and show you our other cows. Right here that's this year's calf right here. He's already a pretty big boy. That's Mama back there in the back. She's also the mama of the 290 that we're getting ready to take off today. And way back there that's a cow that I'm pretty excited about. She's a 3/4 red pole and 1/4 Holstein. So I'm hoping she'll make me a really good milking beef cow. Not really interested in milk, but I'm interested in the quick growth of a calf. So I'm hoping she'll do really good. She has a good beef cow frame. So if I breed her to a beef cow, hopefully we'll get a really good fast growing calf out of her. Number 9 right there, that's Mama. I bought her from a friend. He had some really beautiful Black Angus cows, and he let me have the pick of his calves one year. She's about 3, maybe 4 years old right now. So I've got these cows in the feedlot right now because I'm kind of running out of grass, and I don't want to destroy what I've got started on this high intensity grazing. So I've got them kind of holding there till the grass recovers a little bit before I put them back on there. I'll take y'all up here. This right here, see all this hay? That is my winter supply, not a year supply, it's a winter supply of hay that I've traded that red cow's mom for this winter's hay right here. So I really don't have any cash in this hay. I was trying to pull cows off of my fields anyway, so that actually helped me out 2 ways. I got my winter's hay, and I got a cow off of my grass. So right here behind me, this is their winter feedlot. The grass looks kind of dry right now, but this was just about 10 inches of cow poop and mud back in the winter. So now it's got a really pretty stand of grass on it. I did have to seed that. So I went in with a tiller, tilled it up really good, chopped up all that hay that the cows had stomped in the ground, and planted my grass on there. So I've grazed the cows on this one time already. Probably won't graze them on it again until closer to winter. But I also ripped it too, because it does have a really hard red clay hard pan right underneath all that topsoil now that the cows created. Yeah, right here I'll show you. See this road bed? It's just really hard hard clay. And right here is a little spot. I've been having a hard time getting grass to grow on any of this, so the cows are doing an excellent job of helping create good soil. And this area right here used to be an old pond that we've reclaimed. So that ground in the middle there is kind of soft, but it's still low in nutrients and stuff. And I ripped this little field too, to try to get some moisture into this red clay. I'll take you up here and show you what we have going up here. The first of the year, I stopped eating white sugar, store-bought sugar altogether. So I replaced it with honey. So we bought us a flow hive. We haven't got any honey out of it yet, but we're well on our way to building a big brood. So pretty excited about our first honey harvest. Right over here, show you our garden spot real quick. Right here is our garden spot. And we've got some squash right here, some squash. At the end of that row, some beets. This great big row right here, that row is okra. Last year we planted about a third of that, and we ate it just as fast as it could grow. So this year we planted quite a bit more. So kind of anxious to see how that goes. Hopefully we'll have enough to freeze and put up so we can eat it throughout the year. Right here I've got tomatoes, and my peppers are kind of down here toward the end. We've got banana peppers, bell peppers, jalapenos. And all those tomatoes out through there, they're canning tomatoes. We put up as much as we can canning tomatoes every year. We have a short row of potatoes right here. That's the red skin potatoes. We had a couple potatoes in a bag that had sprouted, and we took those, actually 2 bags that had some sprouted potatoes in it, and we just cut them up and put them down through there, and looks like we're gonna have potatoes. And then I've got a great big long row of onions. And we've started us an orchard this year. This tree was here when we bought the place. This is an apricot tree. You can see right there, a little apricot. It was already here this year. It looks like it's gonna produce a bunch of apricots. So we've put out several more fruit trees. My son's right nice. There's one. That one is a Fuji apple. This one is a Granny Smith. This one here is a pear. Look here. I'm gonna have a pear this year. First year. Right over here we got another pear. So we normally raise pigs too. So any of this fruit that hits the ground, we'll end up putting it in buckets and feeding it to the pigs. Nothing really goes to waste. Right here, don't know if you can see it real good, but we've planted a little patch of flowers for our bees. We should put out way more than what we did. So I think my wife bought just a pack of seeds and planted those. Normally we have watermelons and squash and stuff in that little patch, but this year she wanted to give the bees a little something. Which we have where we have pasture around, we have a lot of clover, so I'm not really sure that that's even helping anything, but it's a good kickstart for what we need to. We'll start planting more flowers now that we have a purpose other than just looking nice. So I'll take you up in the upper field here and show you our pig lot. We normally raise pigs, butcher them ourselves here on the farm. But this year we couldn't get any feeder pigs. My plan was to actually buy a couple to keep for breeders so we could produce our own, but there's such a high demand this year for meat because people are kind of panicking a little bit and getting themselves prepared to grow their own food like we are. So here's our upper field. It's got a decent stand of grass, a few trees trying to grow back. All this was pretty much grew up forest. Maybe 3-4 inch trees grew up in here, and I've had to come in here and chop it out and reclaim it. So where I had pigs here last year, there was no vegetation at all, so I had to come back in and I tilled the ground, and I planted turnips, purple top turnips. I think I bought like a 5-pound bag of seed, and it was just like 30 bucks or something. But I've planted purple top turnips all in here for the pigs, but we don't have pigs to eat it this year. But the turnips are really good for the ground, so we were kind of letting this area grow up so the pigs would have something to chew on. But here's a little pig shelter. I've got it kind of facing the opening facing north, so later in the year the sun kind of shines in here and keeps this little area warm. The winds kind of hit the back of this thing, so it shelters them from the wind, and the sun will warm them up in the mornings. But this is just a little feed lot. I keep them in here until they get, I don't know, maybe 16 inches tall. And then they get turned out on this probably an acre right here. And they've got a pond down here in these cedar trees. They like hanging out under these cedar trees in the shade, going down and taking a dip in the pond and come back up under the cedar trees. And right here I've got a 500-pound capacity hog feeder right there. So once the pigs hit about 200 pounds, I have to fill that up weekly. Sometimes a little sooner than that. Take you. We actually own 20 acres, and I'm gonna say probably 15 of that 20 is wooded. So we want to claim probably another 2-3 acres for pasture for our cattle. So I've already kind of got an idea of what I want to clear, but so we don't have any waste with our trees, we burn a fire in the winter for heat. Have a wood stove, but I've got a Woodland HM 126, and I've got enough bed to cut a 28-foot log, and it'll cut a 26-inch log, I think. So we're going to harvest any lumber that we can off of this woods right here. Will eventually be pasture. And then all back through here, there'll be another, I don't know, 13 acres or so that we're not going to touch. We're just going to leave that wooded. You know, we deer hunt and stuff back here, and it's a nice little place to go back in the woods and camp or hang out. It's nice and cool back there. It's always about 10 degrees cooler in there. So, all right, that was a little bit of a longer video than I expected, but hope y'all enjoy it. And this is David with Hill Homestead. Y'all have a good day.